Hello, everybody. This is Camilo from Trending Waves, and thank you so much once again for tuning in to watching my video update on Bitcoin. So, as you guys know, today we have been seeing a large pullback. Actually, this weekend started on last night of 20% plus, which was expected, given that we did run about 200% from the March lows all the way up until this weekend to roughly 42,000 in Bitcoin. So a lot of people have been asking themselves, is this a top? Is this a top just like 2017? Or are we expecting a pullback on the three-wave fashion and the correction in the wave two? Or was this really all she wrote? From an Elliott wave standpoint, I think that this is in fact going to go higher. Given that last time in our last video I had presented to you guys on alternate account where, excuse me, just give me 1 second, on alternate account where this was believed to be a massive flat correction, down in A, up in B, and down in C. We discounted the account because just by the simple fact that given that this extension on wave C to terminate wave B was way too extended. It was going over your typical Fed projections of 261.8% or the 200% extension of the overall A wave. So those were just outrageous numbers. So I discounted this wave count, and I'm more leaning towards this one, the bullish interpretation, where this is in fact wave one, and then we're pulling in a three-wave fashion down to wave two. So as you guys know, we can in fact have it's a little difficult to populate this into five waves, but they're there. I mean, we can actually try and see it, and we'll label this as wave one, up in one, down in two, 3, 4, and then terminate on wave 5. And let's change the degree here to the minor degree. I like to change this to red. Okay, so let's zoom into this price action here, just to dissect what's happening here and where we can potentially see the end of wave 2. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it down to the 1 hour chart, and we can start counting. So as you know, this is the end of wave 1 of 5. So let me delete this. Okay, so theoretically speaking, we have to see, you know, it's really early to tell, but if we're going to pull back in the zigzag, it's either going to be a 535 or a 335, whichever it is. But for now, we have seen a 5-wave pullback on this leg down, and we can easily count that. It's a little tricky, but we have them there. So down in 1, up in 2, down in 3, up in 4, and down in 5. None of these wave counts have violated any of the guidelines, such that wave 4 cannot terminate beyond the end of wave 1. And to further confirm this count, let's take a fib extension and see where the end of wave 3 is. So down over here, and yeah, so let's see. Sorry, so no, let's put wave 1 here and up in 2. We're still not violating any rules, so let's take this projections to further validate our count. And sure enough, so wave 3 ended near the 1618 extension. So that's appropriate for the end of wave 3. So that's one more confirmation and proof that we are moving down in on 5 waves. So if this is the end of wave A, okay, then on the 3-wave fashion, okay, then we need to see 3 waves up into B, and then three ways down into C. So if we do another extension in the fib, so let's see, so we go down and up, sorry, assuming that this is the end, of wave B, we may be able to tell where we are going to land. Sorry, this is not working properly. Let's do it again. So okay, so we can expect to see wave B fall into the golden zone, the golden pocket, somewhere between the 38 and the 618% of the entire pullback here. At which point, whichever it lands, we're going to see another 5 wave down in C. So we can label this as wave A, B, and down in C. Now the question is, where is C? Where will this land? So if we zoom back out to the daily chart, let me bring you out. We can, I like to use log scale. We can see that one of the guidelines is from the projections. I'm just going to clean this up for you guys so it could be clear. If we take an extension, a fib retracement from the low all the way to the high, a typical retracement would be the 38 to the 618, anywhere between there. So I can expect that Bitcoin can do a dead cat bounce, wave in wave B, and then in the 5-wave fashion down in C. This pullback can be short-lived, right? This pullback can be down to the 38.2% and then down to the 27,000 area, and then boom, off we go on to the races onto wave 3. Now, I'm not going to label or predict or project where wave 3 is going to be, but for now I believe that we can hit somewhere in this zone. Given that we have seen a 5-wave decline, now we're pulling back in 3-wave fashion on wave B, and now we can expect the wave C in a 5-wave fashion, hopefully down to 38.2, between the 38.2% to the 618. All right, now moving on to Litecoin. Litecoin is another one that is in a similar fashion, but unlike Bitcoin that didn't break into new highs, we can in fact count another 5-wave up in this zone. And to be, to just show you guys, on my Twitter account, I did a post back in January 5th calling the top of Litecoin, and so I actually counted this into a 1, 2, and 3. This will be the impulse of wave 3, and then we're going to correct into wave 4. So that falls in line with, my apologies for that. That falls in line with what I believe, that if this is wave 3 of the intermediate, of the minor degree, then we expect that in the next few days or months, I'm sorry, not few days, in the next month or two, we can see that Litecoin can in fact break above its new highs. But for now, we like Bitcoin, we got to see a 3-wave pullback, which we are currently seeing that. So if we zoom into the 1-hour chart, which is a lot easier to read than the one of Bitcoin, we see that we're going down in 1, up in 2, down in 1, up in 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're yet to complete the 5-wave decline to pull back in wave B. All right, so that's my stance. I think that in the next couple of days we are going to see some pullback, and hopefully not in a very aggressive fashion, but a pullback that is short-lived, so that a lot of people that have been sitting on the sidelines can get on board, which there are a lot. So just be patient and don't get FOMO or get liquidated with this market. All right, so really appreciate you guys watching this video, and please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. It'll help the channel and get my content out there for those who are interested in this space. Okay, thank you and have a good night.